This is the Programmer Owl, and today I'm going to walk through an Edabit challenge in Python. This one is called Buggy Code. They want to create a list from a number that they're given that goes from 1 to that number, but they're running into the problem of creating an infinite loop, so we need to kind of change the code so that this no longer occurs. And so this is what the code looks like. And just as an aside, I'm not a huge fan of the styling of this, and I would prefer a little bit more spacing and whatnot. I don't like having, especially with any loops that I have, it all on one line. I like to kind of see it tabbed and shown more clearly so that when I go back in, it's easy to spot, where I did my loops and whatnot. But unfortunately, this particular challenge did not like me fiddling with spaces and tabs and whatnot, and it wouldn't pass the tests when I tried to mess with it. So I'm not going to try to change the styling of it. I'm just going to go for the meat and potatoes, what's really causing the issue. So in this one, they have a function where it's called print list, and it's given a number, and it's supposed to go from 1 to that number that is given. And it creates an empty list by result, and then we have a variable I that equals 1. And here's where the issue is. They have a while loop, and while they're saying while I is less than or equal to n, you keep on adding to the list. And so it would never stop because nothing is changing I isn't being increased, I is staying 1. So if you have a 5 here, it's just going to be adding 1 over and over and over and over again to the list, and it will never stop. So instead of using a while loop, let's use a for loop. So for I in range I to n plus 1, because it will not include n, and we want n to be included. So like if this was n was a 5, it would go all the way to 4, but it wouldn't include 5 in this range. So that's why you have to go 1 above. And then it should add everything to the list that is needed. So let's see. Did it pass the test? Yes, it did. And so that is how I tackled this Buggy Code challenge.